During my schooling, I was taught that proper nature was wild nature in remote places out there, ideally completely free from human interventions.
People in Western industrialized societies are quite disconnected from nature. It can lead to abuse of nature in terms of overexploiting resources.
We no longer understand that we depend on nature, and so we are not going to protect those key ecosystem functions.
If we're stupid enough not to pretend we're living on a planet, we will collapse civilization.
Our disconnection from nature has driven the planet to the edge. To change course, we needed a new kind of vision, one rooted in empathy.
My parents were both animal and plant lovers. They taught me to love animals, to love plants, how to look after them, how to cultivate them, how to have empathy with them.
What began as a childhood fascination with nature became a revolutionary force in science. Sandra Díaz transformed our understanding of plant traits and their vital roles in ecosystems worldwide.
She compiled data from different sources and came up with this global picture of how plants vary in shape and form, from the tiniest little weeds to the most magnificent gigantic trees, and how they all fitted into one overall pattern.
But she didn't stop there. She saw what others had missed and set out to prove that ecosystems and humanity are inseparably linked. Her work sparked a radical shift in how we value nature.
Sandra came from the ecological side, starting there, but then realized that that's not enough. Of course, recognizing that there are no ecosystems without people today. All ecosystems are shaped by us in one way or the other.
I saw the evidence, and it's obvious that there's not such a thing as completely human-free nature. The whole biosphere bears our stamp.
Díaz knew this profound idea deserved new terminology, so she created the groundbreaking concept of the fabric of life.
I like the metaphor of the fabric of life because it helps us highlight the fact that humans are just some of the threads in a huge, intricate tapestry, which is life on Earth.
Sandra's fabric of life metaphor emphasizes how the living world is made up of its interweaving of plants and animals and fungi and bacteria and people, all interconnected, mutually reinforcing each other. And that's the story we need to tell if we're going to live sustainably on this planet.
More than a metaphor, Díaz's fabric of life is a critical tool, helping us rethink our role on a planet where nothing lives in isolation.
A human life completely separate from the rest of the living fabric is just not possible. We are inextricably entangled with nature, whether we like it or not.
What sets Sandra apart is her combination with big ecological thinking and coupling that with our global challenges of how we protect and restore the natural world.
Sandra Díaz's work has been instrumental in reshaping how biodiversity is conceptualized and valued in policy discussions around the globe.
Through her leadership as co-chair of the 2019 IPBES report, alongside Eduardo Brondizio and Joseph Sertele, Díaz created a turning point in global environmental science.
The IPBES report is a collection of world expertise on ecology and biodiversity, advising governments and the UN process and the international conventions on biological diversity.
One can really say that there was a before and an after for biodiversity science policy with the first IPBES global assessment.
Sandra has been extremely brave to move into this space and perform in such a convincing way and demonstrate significant findings for the world to enjoy.
Sandra is one of the 10 most cited ecologists in the world. She really has brought so much to the field of ecology. But at the same time, she remains a very humble person.
As a leading prominent woman scientist from the global south, a real role model in a field that's still very much dominated by men from just a handful of countries.
What gives me hope is, perhaps paradoxically, the fact that we don't have a plan B. But I think we just cannot give up. I think we have to fight back fiercely, stubbornly, and with a lot of creativity.